That's exactly right. Okay, let me see. I'm not tilting my head any longer. Okay. All right. Well, that
Thank you,
helps
Leah.
me.
We so appreciate that.
Okay. All right, kids. Well, here's the thing. We contemplated. First of all, Davida has been working all day today, and I have been driving today. So I went with some of my kids to see other kids. So some of the kids got together, and we were driving for about 4 hours on Saturday, and then we came back today. And so Hot Mess Express is the best way to describe what we have going on this moment. But the little lesson here is you can wait until things are perfect, or you can just go with the flow and get it done today. Because let me tell you, are things ever perfect?
No.
By the way, no.
No.
So you guys would be waiting yet again longer if we had to wait for everything to be just right. If we had to wait for the lighting to be just perfect. If we had to wait for us to look just perfect. If we had to wait to make sure you guys weren't busy and our schedules were open, and then get the time right, would it even be right for half of you? Probably not.
Right.
So again, we're just going to go with it and then see what happens as this thing grows. And guess what happens in all of that? We're going to grow and get better at all this and better at communicating when we're going live, and also get a better schedule, and then we'll get better lighting, and then we're going to just get it all together for you guys very soon. So
Hi, Teresa.
thank you for bearing with us.
Hey,
Again,
if you don't do it messy, then what's the point?
exactly. And what I want you guys to also get figured out is that don't wait until everything's perfect, because that time never comes. You might as well just do it now, and you'll figure it out as you go. So we are not only going to go together, we're going to grow together, kids. So here we are growing. This is what it looks like. So it starts off a little rocky, in case you didn't know. So see, now that I've had to turn the phone, I pretty much have to sit on Davita's lap to fit into this narrow screen. So anyway, oh brother. So, but here's the thing. We made the commitment to go live tonight, knowing that I was going to be driving and knowing that she was going to be working. And so she finished up working. We came by her office here and we said, let's just do it. So we haven't had dinner. We haven't had a chance to clean up and get beautified as, normally we would do. And so we just decided, you know what? We said we were going to go live, and so we're going to do it because the week is still unpredictable. We're both busy and we're both trying things here and there and trying to fit it in. And if you didn't know, guys, I had on a hat today. So I took the hat off. I know, sad story over here.
Thank you, Jennifer.
And so anyway, took the hat off so that I could go to church earlier today. I didn't want to wear a hat to church, but I also didn't have time to completely fix myself. So we have this half look going on. And again, I could have just put it off another day and just kept going. But
isn't she? Look at her. Yes.
No,
Beautiful,
no.
Teresa. You're right. Yes.
Here's the
100%.
thing. It's but here's what I also want you guys to remember. Just come as you are.
Please.
And that's the reason why I didn't want to put this off any longer, or we could have given a million excuses how this night wasn't going to work out either. Because believe me when I say that we have talked about going live for all last week.
Yeah.
And our schedules just didn't mesh to where it made sense. And because we're not super great yet at all the technology and being able to do this on a Zoom, and that brings me to another point. One of the other things that we want to do is to get everybody's email as well as texting phone number. No, we're not going to bombard you 24/7, but what we thought would be a good idea is to be able to give you a heads up of what our calendars look like or our schedules, so that you guys then know, hey, they're going to go live tonight. I got a text message and this is the event that's going on. And do we want to participate? One of the things that we have that we're looking forward to is putting together maybe some ideas and some group meetups maybe, or some group sessions. And again, we're all about building community. So maybe 2 or 3 of you guys can get together and go for coffee or go for a walk, or just meet up for lunch or dinner or whatever it might be. Maybe there's a concert going on and you guys can have the ability to exchange some information. And so we just thought that different things like that would be a good idea to help bring the community and the group, and we can all grow as a team as we are looking for the different things that we want to do. So anyway, we did not ask any of one of you guys for your email and for your texting phone numbers in the beginning. So see, once again, we're learning as we go and as we grow. And so we're going to be asking for that so that we can then have it, so that we can communicate what our schedules are looking like so you guys don't miss out. For example, if you're local to us, which I know many of you are, but not everyone, but maybe we will have some coffee meetups, or really just meetups, because I don't even drink coffee, but regardless, you can get whatever you want to drink. How's that? Or maybe do something together, go see a movie, go see a show, or I guess it's the same thing kind of, but maybe a performance in town, or go for a walk.
Or go country line dancing with us on Thursday nights. That's fun too.
Yeah, true. That is true story. Yes. She was inviting everybody the other day. So in a minute, we're going to have to get a new location for that because we're going to be busting at the seams. But anyway, just some fun things like that, because some of you might be kind of like in a situation where we are, where you get kind of bored, or you're not on the same page any longer as some of your other friends. And so you're like, well, I really want to do something, but I don't have anybody to go with, or I don't want to go solo. I don't want to go, the only one. And so you get 2 or 3 ladies to go. And now guess what? Everybody's got the courage to do it, right?
So, Leah, we line dance at the Wabash Activity Center on Poplar Street across from Convenient Care here in Terre Haute.
The old Senior Citizen Center.
Yes, but it's lots of fun.
It is lots of fun, and lots of ages go, but it's kind of funny because I'm like, now, instead of the bars kids, we're at the Senior Center. Whatever works. And there are a lot of seniors that still go. And you know what? Kudos to them.
Right.
Because sometimes I'm looking at them going, okay, I need to get this right. Or, wow, I'm out of breath. And,
right.
Miss Betty Sue's still going strong. And so I'm just like,
Kathy.
gosh.
Hi, Bev.
So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here and helping us grow and keep going. And what I was saying earlier is, please ignore some of our hot mess express over here, because Davida has worked all day and I've been driving all day. And so I had on a hat earlier and then took the hat off so that I could go to church. And now I'm like, it is what it is. And so we just decided that we made the commitment to go, and we were going to continue to go even if it was messy. And that was one of the things that we wanted to share with you, that whatever it is that you're wanting to do, sometimes we wait for that perfect moment, the perfect time. The check marks have to be checked, right? All the boxes have to be checked. The time has to be just right. Our moods have to be just right. Like, we don't want to step out of our comfort zone for anything, right? We just want to stay right here. And then we kind of complain or get sad about the fact that we're not where we want to be, or that we missed out on something because we didn't have the courage to just do it. And so that's what's really nice about 2 people, right? I could have talked myself out of going live by myself, but she wasn't going to let me. And same thing. I'm cracking up. Thank you, sir. Right. Yes, thank you, Facebook, for making that go. So anyway, just one of those things to remind everybody that just do it anyway. Life goes by really fast. And if you have ever sat and wondered, well, I wish I would have done that, or I'm so sad I missed out on that because I was waiting for things to just be better. Well, sometimes it takes a minute. So you might be waiting a long time before you do that, or you don't want to go by yourself somewhere, so you don't reach out to anybody else. And that's where this group is supposed to come in handy for everybody. And
the affirmation that we saw before we actually started said, my worth is not based on my appearance. So
then we
don't
thought,
we know that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. There we go.
So we were like, okay, we're going to share that, and that's going to make everything perfect, just right. This is why we came as we are, because, well, it said to. It just said to do it.
Yep.
And how many times do you hear that? But it's so hard to act on it. It's so hard to be vulnerable, and that's another commitment that we made. You know what? I'm getting too old to not just be vulnerable and go with it. I mean, I've waited my whole life to make sure everything lined up exactly as it was supposed to line up. You know, excuse me, the kids needed to behave a certain way. I needed to look a certain way. The house needed to look a certain way. The car needed to look a certain way. Um, we go on social media oftentimes, right? And we do it a lot of times where we want to make sure the background doesn't look messy or we've got the right angle. And oh my gosh, we beat ourselves up before we've ever given ourselves an opportunity to just be out there. And we just decided, you know what? This is the real raw truth of living.
Right.
We all go through it. It doesn't make a bit of difference how much money you have. It really just goes to the point of where life is. It doesn't matter if you're single. It doesn't matter if you're married. It doesn't matter if you're divorced or widowed. None of it matters if you've got kids at home or whatever. We tend to wait. You know, at some point, life will be better and we'll be able to embrace it. But we end up waiting and waiting and waiting to the point where it's kind of passed us by. And we're just like, well, here we are today. So if you guys are like us, you wake up one day and you're like, what in the world? Who am I anyway? And what does this look like? I mean, I had somebody over the other day and literally both of my couches, I mean, you want to talk about being vulnerable, hangers and clothes piled high. I am in the midst of cleaning out my closet, but much of it is just laundry that has not been put away. So I'm in that transition sizing wise, and I haven't done anything with half of the crap on there. And I don't really have the desire to do it every single night after work. It's been really busy. And so it's still there. And I just thought, this is just real life. Sometimes it looks better some days than it does other days, and it's okay. But today is all we have. And so let's embrace it to the fullest, whether the bed got made this morning, whether you did the dishes last night before you went to bed, even though you really wanted to, whatever. Tomorrow's a brand new day. So today we're going to embrace all that we can so that we can then enjoy tomorrow the exact same way. But one of those things is that we have learned and we've talked about so much is that life goes by so fast. You know, when you were in your 20s, right, or your late teens, and people were, even your parents or whatever, they were in their high 40s, low 50s, and you really thought, wow, that is so old. I mean, you really said it out loud and you really thought it. And then you begin to get creeping up towards those ages or even surpass those ages. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's not old at all. They just began living. And then, when you continue living and then you lose your parents, one of them or both of them, then you realize, oh my gosh, life is so incredibly short. We had so much left to do. And then you realize all the days that you didn't really embrace the day. You didn't embrace the time that you had, or you were kind of wishing they would hurry up, right? Like the toddlers or the middle school age. That's a really hard one, guys. The teenage age, the preteen, you know, you get all the attitudes. How many times did you think, I just hope this ends soon? And then you find yourself one day wishing you could go back to that day and have all that chaos and all that messiness and everybody at home. And then you realize, gosh, it's so quiet. Somebody told me that I would long for these days at some point, but I couldn't see it. You know, I just couldn't realize that that was happening. So anyway, that's why we wanted to come here today, messy and all, and to be vulnerable to you guys. Because that's how we want you to show up too. You know, we don't want to wait for everything to just be perfect.
And don't ever feel like you can't participate, that you can't post. Bev, we know that you've got something happening and coming up in October with some things that you are doing. It is a wonderful organization that you're working with and bringing that on. If you want to share that information, you know, just let us know what it is that you want to share about that. I know that I put a post out the other day about, are you reaching your goals yet? And had somebody respond that they were building their own business. And they were very gracious in reaching out to me to say, hey, is it okay if I say something about it? What I explained was, you know what? answer my question, I open that up for you to be able to do. We don't want to go on and promote different businesses and that sort of thing. There may be times where we will say, okay, if you have a small business or you have your own business, feel free to do that, because we want to build this community. We want you all to be participating. And giving us feedback. What do you want to do?
Absolutely.
What do you want to hear about? What do you want to see? What is it when you go on the internet and you are looking for different information, different supports, different types of things? Share that with us. We would be more than happy to help you locate that and find that stuff. What in this community would you want to see? What do you want to do? Now that we are kind of on our own and in a transition and dealing with things, just let us know, because some of you don't know me. And I'm a single empty nester now. And when the lease on my apartment let up a year and a half ago, I became what Shelly calls a modern day gypsy.
Yep.
So literally, I moved all of my stuff into the garage at my business. I literally have to go out every single day and figure out what I'm going to wear for the next couple of days, pack it in my overnight bag with my makeup kit. I have the most wonderful friends in the entire world, and I literally couch surf. Used to, that had a horrible stigma to it. Ooh, you couch surf? Ooh, you don't make any money? Ooh, you're lazy? Ooh. I'm telling you what, it is the most freeing thing ever. Again, as long as you have the support system behind you to allow that to happen. So that's what we want to be for you. It doesn't matter where you're at, what you're doing, and how your life is going. If you've got a good support community around you, then everything ends up turning out okay.
Right. Absolutely. That's exactly right. And so anyway, we know that a lot of you have a lot going on and you're in the midst of a lot of different things, and all of our lives look very different. One of the things that we would like to do, and we're kind of planting that seed right now, and we're going to talk more about it in the very near future, but is to have a summertime retreat. Would you guys be interested in getting together? We are thinking a location. This go around, our first one would maybe be St. Louis area. I would love for it to be near or on Lake of the Ozarks. We are looking into more details, but we wanted to first see, are you guys interested in that? Would you guys like to be a part of that? It would be very limited, and it would be about 3 days-ish, all crammed. Let me get this right. All crammed full of a lot of self-care, self-awareness, education, a lot of things that we can do to just better our lives, because that's really what it is. We only have one life, right? Let's live it to the fullest, and let's build that community foundation. But the one thing that I realize, and in talking with many people that are near our ages, and I know most of us are within, 5-10 years of each other. Oh, good. Oh, right. That's awesome. It is going to be very limited. Probably 6 to 10 people are kind of what we're thinking. And remember, we have to get a big space that can accommodate for sleeping and everything. We would have all of the sleeping and the food and everything all combined together. So we will be telling you more information as it unfolds. But this gives us an idea of who wants to go and who wants to attend, and have it be something like that. But that's what we're looking for: sunshine, maybe some water, maybe to be able to float around for a little while, maybe to be able to do like a sunset dinner cruise of some kind. And again, we need to figure out price point and whether you guys are interested, and then we can continue to plan. But I think it would be wonderful. Just imagine at some point in life, we would be able to just go for about 3 days and hang out with like-minded women, not having any of the responsibilities that we have at home, right? In our real life, where we have to take care of the house and the vehicles and work and everybody else around us. But we actually get to focus on who we are. And not only that, but who we want to be in the very near future as we kind of create our life by design. So I'm so excited that you guys are interested in that because I think it would be so fun. And, if you revert back 10 years, 15 years, most of us wouldn't be able to do it because we have all the kids and all of that saga going on where our responsibilities were so big and so overloading that we didn't have any time to worry about ourselves. And we felt very selfish in doing that, where today we have a little bit more freedom. So I just want to encourage you guys to be thinking, is there a way that I could do this? What would that look for me? What would that look like for me if I did make it happen? I think it would be so fun.
It'd be lots of fun.
I agree. It's going to be so fun, kids. It's going to be so fun. It's just going to be just like a pajama party. I mean, oh my gosh. You guys are going to be able to go buy new jammies for our jammy party. Oh my gosh. And hopefully, not everyone I know, but if we have it in St. Louis area, many of you would be able to drive or carpool maybe if you can get a friend to come with you and that type of thing. But gosh, back then, I remember thinking, wouldn't that just be so fun to be able to do that? But we never gave ourselves the opportunity to do it. We didn't think it was possible at all. And so we didn't do it. So here now we are. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, the sleepover is going to be so fun. Oh, well. Okay, maybe I'm back. I don't know. My phone is like trying to reconnect. I don't know if I lost anybody. But anyway, thank you for letting us know if you would be into that. Just comment below, even if you are watching this as a replay, comment below if this is anything that you would be interested in. And then we can end up going from here and putting things together. What we don't want to do is do something you guys aren't into. I mean, that wouldn't be any fun. If you guys, don't want to do that, then that's okay too. But I think it would be great to have a whole community for 2.5 or 3 days maybe, and where we all stay in the same house and we do all of our activities together. Okay, not all, but many activities together. And I'm just saying. And then, but I mean, just how fun would that be able to be? And to just literally focus on, when was the last time that you asked yourself, what do I really want out of life? I know that when I'm asked that question, I freeze oftentimes, like, I don't even know. And so I think it's just going to be great. Bring a notebook. If those of you that don't know me, I have a terrible notebook fetish. And so I'm always like, bring a notebook. You have to have a new notebook for everything, right? Bring a notebook and a couple of ink pens, because we're going to do some fun stuff and fun activities just to get you thinking and dreaming again, because it's been a long time since anyone gave us permission to do that, right? I mean,
100%.
Exactly.
Yep.
So
thank you so much for joining us and being on here. We appreciate you all, and we will come on and talk to you again soon.
We will be back soon, and we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And again, keep looking for posts, keep engaging, invite friends that are like-minded like us that you think would like to be part of this group. We do want to grow the group, so don't feel bad for saying, hey, go check this out. Co-workers that you have that you think might enjoy this. And we will be back again soon. And then we will get a more consistent schedule. Our podcast should be starting here, where you guys can go tune in. And we're hoping that we can give you words of encouragement each day for something for you to listen to. And then we'll go from there. So anyway, thank you guys so much for accepting us as we are. And we hope to see you soon.
Have a great
Bye
week.
now.
Bye.
Good night.